What's up, guys? I decided to make another video, this time on a show called Forever. I don't have a physical disc to show off on this one. I'm hoping to eventually get it, but it's kind of expensive, and I just can't get everything. But I decided to check out that show after finishing Dexter. I've been wanting to watch it for a while. They used to have this ad on the CW when I used to watch The Flash for like CWC, and they showed that show on there. And I'm a huge fan of the Highlander series. And the show, if you don't know the premise, is about an immortal who's lived 200 years and is trying to figure out a way to die, basically, and like his life and everything like that. And I really love the whole immortal thing. I think it's really interesting. It's not done as much like in an interesting way, and it's one of those crime procedural shows. And I've always been a huge fan of those. That was some of like the shows I used to watch when I was a kid a lot. I watched Psych. I watched Monk. I watched The Mentalist. I have that over there, but I ain't getting it. Um, and this show, I think, genuinely had like could have been up there with them, if not better. I watching this show, there was not one case where I was like, "This is boring as fuck," you know. Because with these shows, the thing that makes you stick around is the main characters. Like the cases come and go. Sometimes they're interesting, sometimes they're not. And I thought for most part it was very interesting. Like I really enjoyed every case. I'm trying to think if there was one I didn't. I just think everything like kind of surrounding Henry was super interesting. And it only lasted one season, if I mentioned that, but it was from 2014, I think like 2014, maybe to 2015, something like that. And it starred the guy who plays Mr. Fantastic in the original Fantastic Four movies from Fox. And he plays, like I said, an immortal named Henry Morgan, like Dexter Morgan. I thought that was interesting. Like I said, was lived 200 years, can't die, whatever. So, like I said, so the cases were really good. And the main cast was great, especially Henry and Abe. I really like Joe too. Um, in the assistant, in the show, he is a ME medical examiner, for like corpses to study death, basically, in New York. And that's basically that's the premise, right? And like I said, the show's really good. So Abe is played by Judd Hirsch, the guy who plays the main character in Taxi, and it's actually his like adopted son, which is exactly like kind of like Highlander with the woman, I can't remember her name, where he basically finds this little girl after during World War II, whatever, and takes care of her, and then she's like an old woman. It's like that. Um, so I really like that. That was good. It was just so well done. Like the flashbacks were so interesting. A lot of the reason I don't watch these one season shows is just because they make me sad, man. Like they had so much potential. There was a year, I can't remember what year it was, but there was a year where like every show I started watching on TV was like first season was getting canceled, first or second season, whatever. There was that show, I don't know, something about like a celebrity and a photographer, or I don't know, something like a photographer and a detective working together. There was that show, that crime show with the magician whose twin brother was in jail for the murder of a green-eyed woman or some shit like that. I only saw it once. I only saw the first episode of that one, so I didn't care that much. But and then another show that I really enjoyed that got canceled after one season. I don't know if this was in the same year, but Limitless. So I usually don't watch that. A lot of the shows I do watch have ended up, like getting canceled-ish, without an ending. But they at least have like 4 seasons, something like that. I feel like there's definitely a difference between a show with one season to a show with like even kind of two. But like the most canceled like number, I think, like where you think like, oh, a show could have ended, is 4. So I just thought that I usually just don't watch that, but it was really, really good. I really like the flashbacks and everything, showing what happened, how he's died, and all this stuff. The villain was interesting too, and the show, if you want to watch it, which I'd recommend it, uh, if you haven't, is you can watch it and take it as like a one and done thing. It doesn't end on a cliffhanger, thankfully. There's nothing like that, which I really, really appreciate. It wasn't conclusive for sure, but it was like basically as good as you're gonna get, and it was severely fucking under. Like, I heard it was put like in a bad time slot. That's why it kind of failed. This show could have been amazing. I'm not sure if it was the CW, if it was NBC, or what station it was on, but I would have definitely watched it if I knew about it, but I didn't. And that it's just a shame. So watching those shows always kind of upsets me with that. But I think I was thinking about it, and it's just kind of sad. Like, these people make this thing, and then nobody cares about it because it's canceled after one season. Like, it should still be appreciated. People put a lot of hard work into it, and had good writing, it had a good story. That's the same thing, but it had, good acting, uh, pretty good music, I'd say. So, I just thought, it was pretty good. So, going on with that, I just really wanted to talk about it. Like, I don't have too much to say because it's only 22 episodes, I think. But I really, like I said, I love the immortal trope. I've talked about Highlander the show and Highlander the movie um, a few times on this channel. I really like them. So this show just felt like such a waste to me because I swear to God, like, there are shows, like, I love The Mentalist, right? But there'll be some cases where I'm bored as fuck. Like, I'm just like, okay. But like I said, you only watch them for the main character. And that really was not the case for me for like 90% of the time of the show forever. And it's just such a shame what happened to it. And it deserved better. I'd like to know if anyone else has watched it and what they thought of it. I do intend to eventually get it for the collection because I really enjoyed it. I definitely watch it again, but I can't really think about anything else. Like I said, there's not that much to talk about. I just wanted to make a video like to tell people about it basically because it's very underrated. I'm not sure if CW Seed exists, but I used to get an ad all the time that showed that it was on there. So if CW Seed exists, I guess that's where you can watch it. I watched it someplace else basically. I think that's basically about it for what I have to say on the show. Let me know if you've watched it, what you think. Let me know if anyone has seen like another like Immortal TV show, something like that, like something like Highlander the series, or or Forever. Um, which I don't know if I've mentioned this. This has been a long time since I watched Highlander the show, but do not watch season 6. It is literally one of the worst seasons of television I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Like, I'm not even joking. One of the most unpleasant experiences ever. But anyway, yeah. But if you have something like that or know something that's like that, I'd really like to watch it. I just don't think there is. I feel like I know a lot of the things that I I don't know, like that. A lot of things that I like in the past that I didn't know about, I feel like I know about now. But if anyone knows, please let me know. But next video is going to be a physical media. It's going to be showing off what I got, and specifically my City Hunter collection updated and my Angel Heart from Discotech. Letting you guys know if any of you guys have seen those videos and are interested. Crunchyroll is selling it now. It says on Amazon it's only worth like $70 or some shit, like an insane amount, and it doesn't release until like the 26th or something. It's 20 something, and I managed to get it. I would pull it up, but I have to get up. Don't really want to. Yeah, no, forget it. But it's I'll show that off, talk about it, and yeah. So basically, that's about it. I know this isn't much of a video. There just isn't too much to say with it, I guess. But like I said, if I like turn anyone on to it, or anyone's interested in Forever, just having a conversation about it, definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Just let me know. Like I said, that'll probably be my next video, but who knows? Maybe I'll watch something else that'll be like, oh shit, I need to make a video about this. But that's about it.